We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, Alex Rios and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Derek Jeter and the 27-time world champion New York Yankees. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set. And you know the Sox have taken the first two. They won the opener 9-6, 4 home runs in that ball game. Then last night we won it 7-3, 2 home runs, but one of them was a grand slam by Kevin Youkilis in the fifth inning. So the Sox come in 2 games in front of the Tigers, and tonight here trying for the sweep with Chris Sale.
Chris Sale has never started against the Yankees, so this should be a big experience for a guy who's 14-4. His ERA 2.72. He's one of our best pitchers, and certainly he'll be up for the challenge tonight because he's facing a team that's usually loaded with left-handers. They have a few right-handers in the lineup tonight. Phil Hughes goes to the mound for the Yankees, and he's 12-10. His ERA's in the low 4s. However, lifetime against our ball club, he's 3-1 with an ERA in the low 1s. So he's been a tough customer. He's got a big overhand curveball. However, he does throw a lot of home runs. In fact, 28 of them this year to lead the club. So it's a beautiful night to sweep.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Manager Robin Ventura, outfielder Alex Rios, and pitcher Hector Santiago participated in a ribbon-cutting ceremony on the 18th floor of the Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago to dedicate the White Sox playroom. The players in Ventura also spent time with the patients and handed out White Sox gift bags. They also were joined by Ryan Reithel, former Children's Memorial Hospital patient, who Robin Ventura visited more than 2 decades ago while he was a White Sox third baseman. The two have stayed in touch over the years, and Reithel and his story served as an inspiration for current patients. So we'll be back after these messages. for the most live sports. Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting. Provided by 97.5 FM, ESPN Deportes, Chicago's first and only FM Spanish language sports radio station. Beautiful night for baseball, 77 degrees at game time. It's Bulls night at the ballpark, and before the game, the ceremonial first pitch was thrown out by none other than Scottie Pippen. His number 33 retired. I get it close. And Jordan Danks yanked it back into the strike zone for him. One of the all-time great players in basketball, and certainly one of the all-time great Bulls. So you look at Chris Sale as he comes out to the mound. His first start ever against the Bronx Bombers. Sox come into this one at 67-55, leading Detroit by 2 full games. Detroit leading Toronto 1-0, that game in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Yankees come in leading by 4 games, well 3.5 now over Tampa Bay, who beat Kansas City this afternoon. So here's the lineup for the Yankees. Jeter leading it off. Then it's Swisher, Cano, Teixeira, Jones, Granderson, Martin, McGee, and Ichiro Suzuki hitting 9. The defense, and now they'll line up behind Chris Sale, Viciedo, Wise, and Rios in the outfield. Euclid, Ramirez, Beckham, and Dunn in the infield. A.J. Przinsky with the nod behind the plate. And Chris Sale on the hill looking for win number 15. The ERA, brilliant, 2.72 on for the 22nd start. 35 walks, 137 strikeouts in 145 innings. A most impressive year for the youngster. The youngest player on the roster. Mike Buchlinski behind the plate. Bill Welke is at first. Tim Sheeta is at second. And Jeff Nelson is at third. So AJ tosses it down to second base. We're ready to try to accomplish a rarity, which is sweeping the Yankees. And I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you very much. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball. Right here over WGN Sports on the U. So happy you could join us for the finale of this series. And leading it off is the captain of the Yankees. And as soon as it hits 10, we'll probably start things in motion. And it has hit 10. Derek Jeter. What a player. 324, 12 homers, 42 knocked in. Now in the first 2 ball games, he hit the first pitch. That was off Gavin Floyd in game 1 for a base hit. And then last night, first pitch of the ball game from Liriano. And you can put it on the board.
Yeah, I suggest anything but a fastball hittable on the first pitch.
First pitch of the ball game is a breaking ball. Thank you very much. he knows.
He was pretty sure he wasn't going to see a hittable fastball in the first pitch.
Robert yelled at him as he said, as there's a little chopper out in front of the mound. And that's out number 1. As Derek walked to the plate, he looked over and waved to Robin, saying good luck, because this is the last time we'll see him. And Robin went motion with a fastball, said
You can forget about that.
Yeah.
Well, interesting part about Derek Jeter coming into tonight, he's exactly 1,000 hits behind Pete Rose. Exactly 1,000.
Well, I told him before the game, I said, if Omar can make it to 45, you can too. And he said, Hawk, I'm just going day by day. What a great ambassador for our game. So here's Swish hitting at 270, 18 homers, 69 knocked in. He's 2 for 6 in this series. And pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it. There's a strike. And here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Big hack, no contact, and the count 1-2. This is the 7th and final meeting in the first 6 We have won 4 of them.
That last pitch was a very good straight change, and that is the bane of the existence of Nick Swisher.
Breaking ball down. He's an excellent fastball hitter. Not too good on the change. Takes it up on that breaking ball. So a full count with Robinson Cano on deck. Yankees come in hitting at .267 as a club with a 3.84 team ERA. Yankees 33-27 on the road. And here's the payoff pitch. Yes, he did. He gone. Yes, upstairs.
Swisher fanning for the 103rd time. And this one is well out of the zone. Couldn't come close to checking his swing. He's second on the team in strikeouts behind Curtis Granderson.
So here's Cano hitting at .302, 25 homers, 68 driven in. That guys have made some good pitches on him in the first 2 games. Just 1 for 8. Takes that one at 94 right there.
Well, he's had some problems with sliders away, and I'm sure that AJ and Chris Sale are going to exploit that tonight, especially after getting ahead with a good fastball in the first pitch.
He got a good pitch to hit right there. Another fastball at 94, and now the count is 0-2.
Jeff Manto managed against him in the minor leagues and said that he could always hit. He had the same swing then as he has now, and he was always a very, very good guy.
He gone. 1, 2, 3 inning. Couple of strikeouts for our Chris. After half an inning of play, it's the Yankees nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Wise is going to be the everyday center fielder for a while. Then Euclid with the grand slam last night. Dunn, Konerko, Rios, Pierzynski, Viciedo, Ramirez, and Beckham rounded out the defense, and now they'll line up behind Phil Hughes, Ichiro, Granderson, and Swisher in the outfield. McGee, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira in the infield. Russell Martin gets the nod behind the plate, and Phil Hughes on the hill. He's 12-10 this year. This is his 25th start. He has given up 28 home runs. That leads the team in that department. Opponent's hitting .263, which is a rather high number. But if he's getting the overhand curve over the plate, that's when he's usually pretty tough.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as the first pitch from the 6'5" right-hander. D. Wise, 6 for 9 in this series with a homer and 2 RBIs. He was 4 for 5 last night, hitting at .299, 6 homers and 17 driven in. Hit him on the fist. Swisher. And right now, let's check out our BMW picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and the crew. Well, they went with Beckham. Steve's going with Alexei and Terry Hanley. Mike Williams, Roger Clare, Eric, and all the good guys out at Bolingbrook and Hawthorne Woods. We're going to go with D. Wise. Has a nice round of applause for Uke, and deservedly so. That big grand slam last night. Uke comes in at 241, 15 homers, 47 knocked in. 2-0. Sox hitting at 257 as a club. Come in 34 and 26 here at home. Sox 67 up, 55 down, 2 games in front of the Tigers. And if you missed that game last night, as there's a strike, Sox packed. Curveball, no.
Well, the man he hit it off of is a man that's having shoulder problems. That's Ivan Nova. They're flying him back to New York. They would expect that he's going to miss something. They might have to disable him, and in his place, looks like David Phelps is going to take the starts. So the Yankees lose another, and they've had an injury-plagued season.
Yes, they have. And you know, Joe has not one time offered an excuse, and he won't.
Now, he understands the rhythm of the game, the nature of the game, and some years you get luckier than others.
So the walk, and that'll bring up Adam. And of course, those picks to click we showed you, brought to you by BMW. The new 2013 3 Series with X-Drive is here. So visit your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW Center today to test drive. Adam at 206, 36 homers, 84 knocked in. Takes first pitch strike.
I think Adam would love to be able to hit with the defense like this each and every time. But many times he has to hit with Cano way back on the outfield grass, taking away a lot of hits from him.
Well, I would say that the shift on Adam Dunn has been more effective this year than any other person I've seen him put a shift on for.
He pulls a lot of balls in the hole. When he hits it on the ground, he usually pulls it in the hole. Now the hole is open, especially with Teixeira having to hold you close.
Breaking ball, a sweeper, and the count 1-2. How many hits would you say, just a guesstimate, been taken away from him?
20.
I would say between 15 and 20.
Yeah. And I think,
well, if it's 20, that's 40 points.
Yeah, if you look at it, then you get his average up to a respectable total. But he's a run producer, and that's what you're looking for.
Took that pitch nicely. Another breaking ball, and the count evens at 2. As we speak, bottom of the 5th in Detroit, Tigers leading Toronto 1-0.
Into this point, a very well pitched game.
And there's a chopper. Look at the play by Cano. Stretches out, reaches out, makes it. Instead of having first and third, we have a man on second and 2 out.
Well, Cano's instincts at first were to cut down the lead runner. He took a look, and you got off to a pretty good start. So backpedaling really away from the throw. He would have opened the door if he missed for a fairly big inning. Instead, he takes the out and lets Uke into scoring position.
So here's Paulie. Paulie at 315, 21 homers, 58 driven in. Paulie 3 for 8 in the series with a homer. Takes that one right there. Right down Michigan Avenue.
And somewhat surprising, Curtis Granderson is playing a couple steps into right center field for Paul. This ball's come back from the concussion. He's hit a lot of balls hard to left and left center field.
Close. And the count evens at 1.
Hughes was a first-round pick of these Yankees in 2004. 23rd pick overall.
Big pitch, the 1-1. And that fastball shanked it foul. So 1-2 the count.
Phil's best year by far. 2010, he was 18-8. Had a few injuries since then. This year trying to make a comeback. That's what the career numbers look like. We haven't seen that big curveball yet.
In the dirt. Get blocked by Martin.
Chris Sale breezed through the first inning. And this the first start he's ever had against the Yankees. They haven't seen a whole lot of him either, so that's probably to his advantage, especially early in the game.
And a full count. Alex Rios on deck. Paulie has faced Hughes 12 times, has 3 hits, all of which have stayed in the park. And that's ball 4. So the second walk of the inning. And here comes the guy who has hit him the hardest on our club. Alex, he's 9 for 21 against him. Alex comes in hitting an even 300, 19 homers, 71 knocked in. He's 2 for 9 in this series. And last night had a big triple. That was his 7th triple of the season.
He also hit that triple to right center field. And so far, Hughes, with a fastball at least, has stayed away from the right-hand hitters.
Watch out.
Pretty good throw, pretty good play by Russell
plays
Martin.
like that.
If you can get an out without making a pitch, that's the ideal, and that's what those various assorted pickoff plays are meant to do.
In my whole career in this game, spans over half a century. Chases the bad one there. The best team I've ever seen at that was Baltimore.
They worked at it.
The second best team I ever saw that was the Oakland A's when they won 5 consecutive divisional titles and 3 consecutive world championships. But Baltimore had that little diamond down at the old ballpark in Miami.
The half diamond.
The half diamond. And I'll tell you, they worked plays that were just awesome. It was fun to watch.
Fun to be associated with, and you'd get down there, you'd work on them. Earl Weaver would tell you, okay, we're going to work on a play we might use once every 2 years, but if I put on the signal, you better not ask the coach what's on.
Checks it up in the count 1-2. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the first inning. No score if you're just joining us.
Hughes is having problems with locating that fastball. That's one of the reasons why he's given up the 28 home runs.
Touch him up right here, Alex. And no! My goodness. Teixeira jumps, robs him of a base hit, extra bases down in that corner. Saves at least one. Meanwhile, after one, no score. 10. Who just took a double away from Alex Rios, an RBI, and maybe 2 RBIs. Then Jones and Granderson. Teixeira hitting at .260, 23 homers and 80 driven in. Here's a strange looking stat. Seattle. By the way, we'll have Seattle Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so make your plans to be with us here at the ballpark. Seattle has 61 wins. Angels have 63.
Yeah, it's very surprising, and it's more surprising about the Angels than it is about Seattle. Because Seattle catches the ball pretty well, and the Angels have just started to fall down the cliff.
Change up, fouled away. Some scores earlier. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 3-2 at Miller Park. Oakland beat Minnesota 5-1 out at the Coliseum. As I mentioned, Seattle over Cleveland 3-1. That was at Safeco. Got on top of that fastball. And he's on his way to second base, and he'll get there. So the leadoff double, that's his 26th two-bagger.
Teixeira is a much better right-hand hitter. And you can take 94 miles an hour up and away, almost out of the strike zone, and still pull it in the gap. You've got pretty quick hands. Knowing that Wise was running away from the throw, even without particularly good speed, he runs it into second base.
So here's Andrew Jones. Hitting at .215, 13 homers and 30 knocked in. First pitch strike. Andrew has faced Chris one time and he walked.
Andrew at 35 is one of the youngsters on this team. They have an old team.
They always do. They always do.
It's really amazing.
They always have one of, if not the oldest teams in baseball. Here's the changeup down low. The thing about Andrew, though, he can still hit it 9 miles.
We're talking with Kevin Long, the hitting coach, about Andrew. He said he's just done a terrific job for them. One of the pickups you don't read a whole lot about by Brian Cashman.
He just missed that one. Tank. He just missed it.
There's a look at Kevin, who was a long time with the Kansas City Royals organization. In his 6th year as a major league hitting coach with these Yankees. And he's the first hitting coach, he told me before the game, first hitting coach that got a multi-year contract. He's gotten 2 consecutive 3-year contracts, which is something that the Yankees don't do very often.
Very few hitting coaches or pitching coaches, for that matter, get multi-year contracts like that. Now the toughest uniform job in baseball is a hitting coach. That's why there's such a big tournament. Anderson, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Curtis at 241, but he has 32 homers and 73 driven in. Yeah, if you ever get a real good hitting coach, you got to lock him up. He gone. Batted 96. Thank you very much.
Fastballs up high at that velocity. You have to lay off, because if you can't lay off, you're going to wind up just like that. Strikeout 151 for Curtis Granderson.
This guy here can turn a fastball around. Russell Martin. Average is down. Home runs 14. RBIs 34. Takes a breaking ball strike. Underneath that fastball, Alexei. So he pitches over the leadoff double by Mark Teixeira. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, still scoreless. AJ, Tank, and Alexei to face Phil Hughes, 26-year-old right-hander, 6'5", 240 pounds, out of Tustin, California. First ball hunting, short into center field. So one pitch, one out, and Jenny Tianis sends a lot of love and anniversary wishes to her husband of 22 years, the Golden Greek, Jimmy Dimitri. Happy anniversary, buddy, and to Jimmy.
"22 years? She must be a saint."
She is. There's no question about that.
That one took Viciedo down to one knee. He swung so hard at a high fastball.
That was a Adrian Beltre swing there.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
The 1-1. Tank moved his hands a little different position there. Meanwhile, 2 down. And that'll bring up Alexei. Alexei at 267 homers, 54 knocked in. 2 for 7 in this series. With a homer, and it was a biggie. A homer coming in. Game 1 breaking a 6-6 tie. We had 4 home runs in that ball game. We hit 2 last night. Well, we were just talking about Seattle coming in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the Mariners, since the All-Star break, have the best record in the American League.
And if it stands the way it is, and I don't know why they're not pitching him on the 5th day, but we're supposed to miss Felix Hernandez.
That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. And we're into the 3rd. Fans receive an El Diablo game card worth $1 off a bottle of hot and spicy mustard. El Diablo, the mustard that screams back. Casey McGee I love that name.
McGee, another one of those pickups that have helped the ball club, especially since A-Rod went down with a broken hand. They're talking about the middle part of September for A-Rod returning, but it's going to take a while to get him back in game shape. He will have missed anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
First pitch strike to Casey. Well, besides that, it's usually on a fractured hand, a broken hand. I've had 3 of them. And it takes you just about a year before you get full strength back in.
He's one of the key components of this offense.
Change up. Pretty good ball, breaking ball right there, and did not get it. Michalensky behind the plate.
That last pitch was in the whole zone.
Yep. He gone. Another breaking pitch. 4 strikeouts now for our Chris.
See the Xfinity pitch tracks. Another pitch in the zone. And that one thigh high. And McGee has a seat.
And here's the venerable Suzuki. Ichiro hitting at 271. Takes first pitch strike. That one at 94.
Well, I'm not sure what he's saying. Why are you taking that ball out of play if it didn't hit him? And he's out. AJ's saying hit the bat.
He gone.
Absolutely. I mean, you heard it tick something, and when he looked at it, he was going to throw the ball out of play because there's a nick on the ball.
I'll tell you what, if you put anything by AJ and get any money off him, you're going to be too tired to spend it. he does not miss the trick. He sells more, you know what, to umpires than any player in baseball.
Well, he gets the nod on this one. Looks like it might have hit off the handle of the bat.
It sure did, didn't it?
And anyway, Ichiro goes down on strikes, the 5th strikeout. So, I mean, I guess the tip-off was when Michalensky looked at the baseball, was going to throw it out of play. Ball never hit the ground. It had to hit something, hit the bat.
So here's Jeter. He had a little soft roller out in front of the mound that Chris made a nice play on. Starts him off with a change. And a good breaking ball.
Derek Jeter has number 10 in his sights.
Another change. Ate him up inside. Sox, as I mentioned, with an off day tomorrow, then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Seattle Mariners. We're going to get Vargas, Bevan, and Millwood. Jammed him right there, and that's not going to be playable. Yeah, it is. Well, boy, what a nice catch. I thought he'd have to pull up, getting close to that fence. Made a basket catch. Good play by Rios, and that'll retire the side. Mercy.
To get another swing on a terrific play by Alex Rios. He pulls up, gets very close to the railing, and realizes he has another couple of steps. The Anything Possible replay is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible.
Boy, going that fast to pull up.
No, I thought that ball was going to fall.
I did too. Gordon can't get it. Gordon hitting at .230, 12 homers, 45 knocked in, 4 for 6 in this series. He's had a good series with the leather and the lumber, with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that ball into right center field. Nobody's going to get it. Well, Swisher will get it back in. The leadoff double. That's his 20th two-bagger. Oh boy. Gordon, Sully's happy, and so is Mully.
High fastball up and out over the plate, and Gordon takes it the opposite way. No chance for anybody to get to this one. Swisher doesn't have the speed, and Granderson was playing fairly shallow. So a very promising way to start the third.
So DY's got a job to do. McGee on the grass. Teixeira. There's the bunt. And that'll get the job done. And they don't get it. He beats it out for the hit. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
So the sacrifice turns into goal, turns into a base hit.
And here's Uke.
Looks like it might have turned into a break for us, one way or the other.
Takes first pitch strike. Well, that home run that you hit last night, this year he's hit a grand slam for and against our White Sox. He's the first player to do that in the same season since 1952. 60 years. Jimmy Olsen is absolutely chunking tonight. So Uke walked his first trip, takes that one inside, and the count evens at 1.
Ichiro has the best arm in the outfield, and he's normally a right fielder playing left field. Swisher's arm is okay, as is Granderson's.
DY's at first. He's 9 for 9 in stolen bases. Changeup. Couldn't pull the trigger, and the count now 1-2. Top hand on him, Uke. Gotta get the job done. Beckham will tag. He will score. Sacrifice fly for Uke, and it is 1-0 White Sox.
Good execution. Uke waiting to get one up in the zone that he could handle. Drives in run number 48. 34 of them coming in a White Sox uniform, and this is 47th game. So with 11 of his 15 home runs and 34 of his 48 runs batted in, been a pretty big acquisition.
Plus some absolute phenomenal play at third. Saved us a couple of ball games very quickly when he joined us defensively. Martin coming out of there very quick. 1-2-0 for us, 0-1-0 for them here in the bottom of the third if you're just tuning in. Change up. Top of the 7th in Detroit. Tigers leading Toronto 3-1. Anibal Sanchez on the mound for the Tigers. Aaron Laffey for the Blue Jays.
Ready to deliver pitch number 41 is Phil Hughes.
Good check, 2-2. And it's now a 3-2 ball game. Toronto scoring a run. They have a man on third with 2 out. Just a decent lead by DY. Ball gets away. Now pick him up.
Looks like it's probably going to be a pass ball. That could turn out to be a big play. Yeah, he just flat out missed it.
And a payoff pitch. Good rip.
He got that one where he wanted it. He kept it inside on the big man, but he was able to stay alive.
And that is out number 2. So that'll bring up Paulie. Paulie walked back in the first. And that's the first strikeout for Hughes.
Talking with some of the New York people, Hughes' biggest problem this year is the fact that he can get to 2 strikes. He just hasn't consistently had a put-away pitch. And we haven't seen the real good overhand curve tonight.
There's good breaking ball right there. Good curve ball.
Probably the best one he's thrown.
Backs it up with a fastball, then on the fist. Meanwhile, the big hole, 0-2.
Career-wise against our ball club, he's been very, very good.
See if they double him up. Nope. That curveball. Jeter gets him, but the double by Beckham. Sacrifice fly after a nice bunt single by Wise, and we lead it 1-0.
TV.com and join the WGN Sports Game Zone, where you'll find up-to-the-minute stats and important game information. The Game Zone is sponsored by Safe Auto. Call 1-800-SAFE-AUTO now for a free quote with reduced rates up to 35%. Drive safe, spend less.
Top of the fourth inning, it'll be Swisher, Cano, and Teixeira to face our Chris Sale. Swisher struck out on a 3-2 high fastball. First pitch strike. One and one to count to the 31-year-old switch hitting outfielder. Breaking ball pops him up. Can of corn. So one out. And Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly our White Sox. So here's Cano. He struck out. And that ball is hit hard. It's off the wall. Got a breaking ball and just crushed it.
2 hits and 2 doubles off Chris Sale. You know, the first left-hander who's gotten a good piece of one. That ball didn't break sharply, kind of floated over the outside part of the plate, hits high off the wall. Fortunately stays in the park. .33rd double.
And here's Teixeira. Picked up his 26th double, leading off the second inning, and Chris left him right there. Now right back to our right. One out. And a 1-1 pitch. Pops him up. Watch out. Two down.
Well, little lack of communication here, but in the all's well that ends well category, Teixeira's out.
The communication on our ball club this year has been excellent.
Just a couple of plays, not, and over, obviously, 123 games, you're going to have a few miscommunications. We just haven't had many.
It has been excellent. So here's Andrew Jones. He just missed, hitting on 9 miles. He got a fastball. High, high, high. Fly ball to left field. Good, quick breaking ball. That's the best breaking pitch. Late breaker. Chops that one foul. Checking a few other scores for you. Cincinnati leading Philadelphia 3-1. Bottom of the 8th. at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Top of the 6th in Boston, 5-2 Angels. Atlanta shutting out Washington 2-0. That's in the top of the 6th in D.C. Close. Could have gone either way. Texas leading Baltimore 4-1, bottom of the 4th down in Arlington. But right here, 2 out. And the 1-2 pitch.
That fastball just up and out of the zone. AJ tried to ease it back in, but Luchlinski said no.
He gone. Yes. That one at 94. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, leading 1-0. Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers for their support of local youth baseball leagues through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. The local Chevrolet dealers support over 30,000 young ball players in their communities by providing leagues with equipment kits, instructional clinics, and financial support. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. Here's Rios. Got a hanger and a little too quick. Alex 0 for 1 back in the 1st inning with on 1st and 2nd, 2 out. He hit a rocket that Teixeira timed perfectly. Went up, took a double away from him, and at least 1 RBI, maybe 2. And that fastball fouled. Teixeira giving chase.
Alex will have another life as Teixeira, an excellent defensive first baseman, just runs out of room.
We mentioned we'll have an off day tomorrow before the Mariners come to town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yankees will also have an off day, but they'll spend it in Cleveland. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they'll take on the Tribe. There's a solid base hit that by Alex. The good speed aboard. He's 18 for 23 in stolen bases. Here's AJ. Hit the first pitch he saw, a little pop-up to Granderson in center.
That's what he's done over the last 3+ weeks. 346 with 7 home runs, 19 driven in.
First and 30, AJ. D-backs beat the Marlins 3-2 in Phoenix. Skaggs over Turner. JJ puts his 25th save.
That's the first of 2. They're playing in Phoenix. Apparently, due to a rainout on the road, they had played too many games in a row, so they asked the Marlins to double up today, play a split doubleheader. The Marlins aren't going anywhere. It's not going to affect them any. They said, no problem. We can be in last place anyway.
There he goes. He pulled up. Ichiro. 1 out. That'll bring up Tank. Tank had his 11-game hitting streak snapped last night. He comes in hitting at .254, 19 homers and 57 knocked in. He also went out to Granderson. And Hooters is the official road game restaurant of our White Sox. You can come in any Chicagoland area Hooters when our Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. Hooters. That's the original wing joint. First pitch strike to Viciedo.
During that hitting streak, Tank hitting .318, 3-7 on the power numbers.
Pitch out, 0-0.
That was a pitch out that almost was over the outside corner. When the catcher calls for a pitch out, the last thing he wants to do is have to reach to his left.
Big rip. Just underneath it. But he's down in the count 1-2. Two down.
Good straight change that time by Hughes. Set him up with a couple of fastballs. Good location, and the velocity at 84 had Tank out in front of it.
Mentioned that Cincinnati was leading the Phillies 3-1 top of the ninth in Philadelphia. Pittsburgh lost today 4-2 to San Diego. So Reds win. They'll have an 8.5 game lead over the Buccos.
With the big boy at the end, Aroldis Chapman giving up absolutely nothing. Once they get the lead late, you can pretty much phone that one in.
Wrap it up and send it to Cooperstown.
And they're not going to have much of a race.
First pitch strike.
For Pittsburgh, their race this year is one that they're in pretty good shape on. They're 10 games over. They'd love to finish above 500. Be the first time in 19 years, something like that.
Well, they have a half-game lead for the second wild card over St. Louis. The Cardinals are losing to Houston 2-1, but that game just in the bottom of the fourth in St. Louis. Oh, 0-2 the count. Beckham on deck. I mentioned Alex, 18 stolen bases in 23 attempts. Angels now leading Boston 7-2, bottom of the sixth at Fenway.
There's a man drove in the only run of the game so far. Kevin Youkilis. He and his wife expecting their first child in a little bit.
Congratulations.
It's a pretty good thing. And he is a very excited young man.
There's a smash right back through the middle. So Alex will have to pull up now. Hughes lucky that ball didn't give him a big shin burger.
This ball down the middle, it's a changeup, and Alexi waits on it. And you're right, I'm not sure how Hughes got out of the way of it, but he was able to do it somehow. But Alexi did a nice job of staying back and taking it right back up the middle, almost through Hughes.
So here's Gordon. He scored our run as he takes first pitch fastball strike. And here's how he got on. He let off the third.
Driving that ball. And without the great speed, and Swisher does not have great speed, no chance to get to it.
And he had a big opposite field home run to tie the game in the opener of this series. But right here, he's got a battle right now. You got to cinch it up and hunker down, Gordon Beckham. Just got a piece of it. 2 on, 2 out. Count hangs at 0-2. Good recognition right there by Gordon. A run on 4 hits, no errors for our guys. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for their guys. There's a nice gap out there. If he can hit one right at the big hurt Frank Thomas. And left center, that'll score a pair. He gets jammed. Swisher is there. makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the fifth. It is still 1-0 Good Guys.
Bank, member FDIC.
It'll be Granderson, Martin, and McGee to face our Chris Sale. Just making his 22nd start of the season, and this is his first ever start against the Yankees. Anderson, who struck out swinging at a high fastball.
He did look kind of overmatched in that first at bat.
Good breaking ball strike. And in that Angel lead over the Red Sox, Scotty Pods 2 for 3 in that ball game, and since joining Boston, he's hitting .367. He gone. Hook.
Seventh strikeout. Boy, that was a sharp breaker. Granderson, very little chance.
Here's Russell Martin. He just missed one. He got a fastball. Towering major league pop up to short. Gordon's got him. Two down. Here's McGee. He struck out. He was called out on a breaking ball.
And despite 7 strikeouts, there have been no walks, and that's the only reason why Chris has been able to keep his pitches to a pretty low count at this point, with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Want to know the count to McGee.
There's the rankings in the American League. Chris is on the leaderboard in just about everything.
Change up, misses 2-0.
And considering he's 23 years old and this is his first year as a starting pitcher in the major leagues, it's even more impressive.
Now the change for a strike. Count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Texas now leading Baltimore 10-1. Top of the 5th down at Arlington. Change up.
There's your favorite, cotton candy.
I love cotton candy. Payoff pitch. Change up. Trouble. Yes, nice play, Chris Sale. 1-2-3 inning. We're halfway home, leading 1-0.
Member FDIC.
Top of the order for us here in the bottom of the 5th. We lead it 1-0. It'll be Wise, Uke, and Dunn. No home runs in this ball game. We're talking about home runs. Our Sox lead the majors with 37 home runs so far here in August. Wise is 1 for 2, a beautiful bunt single. That was after Beckham led it off with a double. He was bunting him over and beat it out. There's a change-up strike. He just missed that one. That is out number 1. And they'll bring up Uke. Uke, who is playing in his 1,000th game tonight.
Well, we thought that Uke had his 1,000th hit in this ballpark, and as it turned out, there was a scoring change, making his 1,000th hit a ground ball that wasn't handled in Toronto. So they do indeed have that baseball apparently, and he will have the same souvenir, only haven't gotten it a day earlier.
Yeah, that was a terrible call, as we talked about at the time.
I mean, I looked at the replay, and it was clearly a base hit. I can't understand how they could have given him an error on that.
Well, we mentioned at the time they probably would change it to Major League office. That's inside, and count now 1-2. Sox trying to sweep this 3-game set. They have not swept the Yankees in a 3-game set here at home since 1991. Wow.
That ball was pretty well inside.
There's no question about it.
Here's our Xfinity pitch tracks. You can see what the third pitch is. Fourth pitch, almost right on top of it.
Oh, boy. So here's Adam. He's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Ichiro, that didn't take long. 1-2-3, winner of the 6th, and it is still 1-0 Sox. And Swisher here in the top of the 6th inning in a 1-0 Sox lead. Ichiro struck out on a check swing, foul tip. Corners in close. Count evens at 1. And that fastball up high. Both these games, if you have been away and just joining us, both these games have been come from behind victories by our Sox. We trail. No walks. And the count 3-1.
Especially not to one of the best base runners around. He might not have the speed he used to have, but he's still an exceptional base runner.
And that is fouled back and out of play. But these that come from behind victory last night was our 33rd come from behind victory of the season. That is 8 more than we had all last year.
Now, pretty impressive for a number of different reasons. Number one, we're hitting the ball out of the park with much more frequency. Number two, the bullpen has been very good for the most part. And Addison Reed has been absolutely a revelation at the tail end. And the addition of Brett Myers has also been something that's really helped the ball club.
Just got a piece of that. Well, we scored 45% of our runs via the home run. That's third in all of baseball. And number one is Yankees. They have scored more than 50% of all their runs on homers.
With A-Rod out of the lineup for a while.
Yes, he did. He gone. One down.
Coach Linsky didn't even ask for the appeal by Bill Welke. He just pointed at him, said he went around way too far. AJ does a nice job of blocking it. And he was right. That bat crossed in front of home plate.
Well, actually, he stopped it. It was the drift that got him.
Right. Well, he drifts on everything.
Yeah. I know he's the biggest drifter in the last 50 years for sure. As here is Jeter. He's 0 for 2. Last time up, Rios made a heck of a catch on him in foul ground, going very hard right up against that wall. Big Joe a little upset. Change up strike. Yeah, we have 163 home runs. Yankees have 192. The strike on Uke. And the count 3-1. Swisher on deck. That ball hit high and deep. And we got ourselves a 1-1 tie. Count got him.
th home run for Jeter. 43rd RBI.
And he just passed his former skipper, Joe Torre. Right now is 253 home runs.
He's also hit a home run in each and every game of the series. Hit it in the 6th inning, the first game of the series, the first inning last night, and got one up in the zone and hit it in the 6th inning tonight.
That's the 14th home run that Chris has thrown. And here's Swisher. Out and around that one. Swisher has struck out and popped up to right field. And that ball hit hard into right center field, but we got a man there. 2 down. It'll bring up Cano. He struck out and then he doubled. He hit a rocket high off that right center field fence. That was in the 4th inning. I love to watch this guy play.
He's smooth and he can do it all.
I'll tell you. Just a remarkable talent.
Only thing he doesn't have is the great speed.
No, but he's got that good instinct out there. He positions himself well. And not unlike Cal Ripken. Junior was a shortstop. It seemed like he had no speed, and it seemed like every time the ball was hit, it was hit right to him.
It's true.
Oh boy, that was wicked there. 1-2. Robinson trying to walk that one off.
Well, Cano has the only hit from a left-hander tonight, that coming in the 4th inning, the double.
He gone. But the home run by Derek Jeter. We go to the bottom of the 6th, all tied at 1.
The audio setting is provided by 97.5 FM, ESPN Deportes, Chicago's first and only FM Spanish language sports radio station.
Paulie pops the first pitch up. Teixeira. 1 pitch, 1 out. Paulie now 0 for 2 with a walk. That'll bring up Rios, who is 1 for 2. We mentioned Texas leading Baltimore 11-3. Adrian Beltre has hit 3 home runs in that ball game. Tommy Leonard just got lit up. 3 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs earned.
Well, Texas is going to hold their 5-game lead over Oakland. And what a free agent acquisition Adrian Beltre was.
That ball hit deep. Ichiro looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes. Yes. Number 20 for Alex. And the Sox lead it 2-0. It's all good.
That is a sign of a resilient team. Right after the Yankees tie it up, Alex Rios with number 20 unties it. And that's home run number 29 given up by Phil Hughes. So the home run, which has plagued them all year, comes back to bite them here.
Watch out, AJ. AJ 0 for 2. He's popped up to center and popped up to left. And he's going to pop up to third. So 2 down. Of course, with that home run by Rios, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 164, so $16,400 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula. Here's Tank. Tank 0 for 2. There's that curveball strike. Blue Jays hitting in the top of the ninth, 1 out, nobody on, trailing the Tigers 3-2. There it was. And then he fouled it back. And another one. He's had 2 good pitches to hit. He likes the ball down a little bit, but it doesn't make any difference if you're looking for it. And the 0-2. Got him. But the 20th home run of the year for Alex Rios. We'll go to the 7th, leading 2-1.
Has fanned them 2 times each. 6 of his 9 strikeouts coming against the lefties. See what's possible with AT&T Uverse TV and AT&T high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
First pitch to Teixeira. Taken for a ball. $21 to count. Change up. Teixeira has doubled and he has popped up to Beckham. 2-5-0 for us, 1-3-0 for them in the finale. Trying to sweep these guys for the first time here at home in 21 years. First year we opened up this ballpark. Oh yeah, he gone. He knew it.
Seemingly started walking back as that ball crossed the plate. Backdoor breaking ball, and you can have a seat, Mr. Teixeira.
That backdoor breaking ball is absolutely devastating.
Well, it looks like it comes from the next county when Chris throws it.
The best I ever saw at that, as I mentioned before, was Lamar Hoyt back in '83. They won 24 games. He could grab a strike to any left-handed hitter anytime he wanted with that backdoor curveball. Andrew has just missed hitting one out of here and struck out swinging on a high heater. Three and 0 the count.
With the lefty up, you give him the green light?
I would. Taking all the way, and he takes a strike.
Well, Chris thought he had the green light because he threw him a straight change 3-0.
When you get a good pitcher out there like Sale, and you got a 1-1 ball game, and there's ball 4. First walk of the game issued by Chris. He has 10 strikeouts. But when you get a guy like Andrew Jones, any of these guys up there in a 1-1 ball game with 1 out, nobody on, 3-0 against a good pitcher, that's what a 3-0 offense is for. You know that.
Let him go.
How many home runs did you throw in 3-0?
I can't remember, but
a few.
A few.
Sure. You know why?
doubt.
Because you're a good pitcher. And
well, you want to lay it in there, but
you get a rinky-dink out there. Managers don't let them hit 3-0 off those guys because they're going to get them anyway. They just want base runners.
We'll see if Granderson, who doesn't bunt very much, decides to think about it here because he's had some bad swings at Sale tonight.
0 for 2 with those 2 punch outs. Pops him up. Alexei. Yeah, good pitchers throw the majority of 3-0 home runs. You get against guys like Sale, or you get against guys like Verlander, Sebastian, those guys.
If you get a shot at him, that might be the best pitch you're going to see in the entire at bat for sure, and maybe for 2 at bats.
Or the entire night. So here's Martin. He just missed one in the second, then he grounded out to Beckham on a sharply hit ground ball in the 5th. Andrew Jones with a good lead over there.
With Brett Myers ready to go. Bear in mind that when the left-hander starts against the Yankees, Joe Girardi has a bench full of left-handed thunder.
But you're right. You touched on it earlier. Yankees crippled up. Yeah, neither one of us have ever seen this many injuries in a year.
Nope.
Never. I mean, it's been unbelievable.
Not only the quantity, which is a ridiculous number over last year, but the quality of players that have gone down for each and every team. I mean, the stars, multiple stars from each and every team have gone down for prolonged periods of time.
Two 2-0. You can't be so concerned about Andrew Jones that you forget about Russell Martin. Russell has one home run in this series. He just missed another one tonight.
And Andrew has yet to even attempt a stolen base. So he's probably not going anywhere.
Change up strike. Last thing that Russell was looking for. Tell you, the best skipper I've seen at running a 3-0 offense was a guy who was a terrible hitter, and it goes against the norm most of the time, and that was Tony La Russa. He ran a terrific 3-0 offense.
He was not a particularly good hitter.
Oh, he couldn't. You could knock the bat right out of his hands. Good rip at that one, fouls it back. But usually, and ironically, when Ted Williams was managing Washington, virtually nobody swung 3-0. So go figure. That's why this game is so. And Ted never swung 3-0. He said he might have swung, 5 or 6 times in his whole career. Right here, 2-2 with 2 out. There's that breaking ball lined hard.
Well, give Russell Martin a little credit for observance, because he's been watching Sale drop that backdoor breaking ball to the right-handers most of the evening, and he went out there and got it knowing it was probably going to catch the outside corner.
Two-1 Sox lead it here in the top of the 7th with Jones at first, 2 out. And the 2-2 pitch coming up.
Looks like it just missed the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, it stayed out. McGee on deck and a payoff pitch. Change up. He gone. 7th inning stretch. He leads it 2-1.
Games around Major League Baseball, and one you will notice is that Detroit hung on to beat Toronto.
And first pitch to Alexi is a curveball strike from the 6'5" right-hander Phil Hughes. Sox lead it 2-1. 2-5-0 for us. 1-3-0 for them. As there's another curveball. The count 0-2. And we've seen something in this series that nobody has ever seen before.
Yes, and that is
Derek Jeter has homered
every game
in 3 straight games for the first time in his career.
That's really amazing. That is amazing, considering he has 253 of them.
Got him with another hook. And the White Sox, well, they're making a push to play in the postseason, so don't miss any of the action. It is playoff payoff time. Purchase tickets for remaining 2012 games and place a deposit on 2013 season tickets, and you'll guarantee your seats for the 2012 postseason. Got that fastball buying. So for more information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. That ball hit high and deep into right field. Stretch! Swisher back makes the catch right up against the fence.
Gordon's double almost went out of the ballpark, and that time he moved Swisher all the way back, just about as far as he could go. He takes a look. He's got about 1 step or so left. Well, he hauled it in.
Now that double and that opposite field home run as Dwayne Wise takes ball. That's the reason he made that catch, or he'd have been playing a lot shallower. There's a changeup and the count 1-1. D. Wise is 1 for 3.
Boone Logan, David Phelps, and a lot of people think that Phelps is going to take the spot of Ivan Nova if in fact he is injured enough to have to be disabled. Never a good sign when they send you back from a road trip to get checked out, in this case New York.
Another changeup. 2-2 the count with Uke on deck. Another changeup. And a very quick 1-2-3 inning. Wins to the 8th. We lead it 2-1. less than 100%. Well, that's just not good enough. That's why Camarena only offers award-winning 100% blue agave tequila. Camarena Tequila is a proud sponsor of our White Sox. McGee, Ichiro, then back to the top of the order with Jeter. If you're just joining us, Chris Sale. There's strike one to McGee, who has struck out and then hit a little slow roller swinging bunt down the third base line that Chris made a good play to throw him out. Sale has 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. They just have 3 hits. That was a double by Teixeira, a double by Cano, and a homer by Jeter.
Sale is up over the 100 pitch mark, knocking at the door at 105.
There's some gas.
And our bullpen up and going.
There's a pretty good pitch right there.
Yeah, that one came an eyelash from being strike 3.
AJ finds it, picks it up. Adam gives him an angle. He gone.
That's 12 of them. AJ's able to corral it. Make a good solid throw. And Sale continues rolling right along.
Big breaking ball to Ichiro, who has been to the plate twice and struck out twice. Uke on the grass at third. Ball slapped hard over into our dugout, and the count 0-2. Now you can back up a little bit, as can Adam.
Brett Myers joined by Matt Thornton.
He gone. That's the first time we've seen him strike out 3 times in succession. And here comes Robin. 13 strikeouts for our Chris. Ventura out and is going to Brett Myers. And listen to this ovation that Chris Sale's going to get. First pitch inside to Jeter.
Brett Myers comes into the game at 2-1. The ERA an even 3. On for the 19th time.
There's the strike.
What a job Chris Sale did over 7 2/3 innings. 1 lone run and the homer by Jeter. 3 hits total with a walk and 13 strikeouts.
Gordon. Yes! Beautiful play by Beckham. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still leading 2-1. Mercer.
To his left, this ball looked like it's going to be a base hit. Has to do a 360 running away from the throw and still gets Jeter by plenty. Great effort by Gordon Beckham to shut down the inning and leave only 3 outs to go. And the reaction by Brett Myers. Pretty happy man. As Gordon Beckham was running off, Myers just pointed at him and said, "That's it. Pretty good job." David Robertson comes into the game. The night is done for Phil Hughes, who threw the ball very well in his own right. But he just ran into Chris Sale, and he leaves losing 2-1.
He pitched a heck of a ball game. As first pitch to Uke, taken for a strike. Uke, a walk, a sacrifice fly. He's 0 for 1. Picked up his 48th RBI, playing in his 1,000th game.
Robertson 1-4, ERA under 2.5. He's been pretty good, on for the 43rd time.
Two and one to count.
There's a man of the hour, Chris Sale. In his first start ever against the Bronx Bombers, he completely handcuffed them.
Watch out.
That got him, I believe.
Yep. He didn't want to do that.
No, he didn't throw at him on purpose in a one-run game.
So here's Adam. Adam was grounded to second, struck out. Looking at Rios and going out to left. High in the left field. Ichiro.
You went back to tag at first. That might be the last man from a left field position you want to run out.
Yeah, that's right. And Tank's getting in that category. But you can stop by Bacardi at the Park at U.S. Cellular Field at the Gate 5 Plaza. Bacardi at the Park offers a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group and opens at 11 a.m. before all home games. It's a great place to hang out and watch the action on over 70 HD TVs. Paulie has walked, grounded to short, and popped out to first. First pitch strike. Good eye, and the count evens at 1. And there's a shot base hit on a breaking ball. So Uke will pull up and bring up Alex Rios, who's hit the ball hard all 3 times tonight.
The home run in the 6th inning, our 4th drive of the game. Put the ball club on top. And for Rios, number 20. Jordan Dangs comes out to pinch run for Paulie, so his night is done.
Oh, 1 to count. Alex, good look off. Good luck. He's 3 for 4 off Robertson. One and 1 to count.
The base hit here would certainly be welcome. Take a little pressure off Addison Reed, who undoubtedly will come into this, assuming there is a save situation.
And the count 2 and 1. Watch out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right here, Alex. Oh, mercy. Oh, Lord mercy. He got a cookie, was all over it, and just underneath it.
That ball stayed right down the middle. And couldn't square it up.
No.
Mick Kelleher, first base coach. Joe Girardi in the background.
And a full count with one out. Uke at second. Jordan Banks at first. And AJ on deck. Ball hit hard. Cano makes a good pick right there, and they'll turn it over. That's the Major League double play started by Robinson Cano on a very, very tough hop. Meanwhile, we'll go to the ninth. It's a 2-1 White Sox lead.
In his last 12 games, Tyler's hitting .326 with a couple of home runs and 5 runs driven in. This catcher profile is sponsored by Xfinity Home. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family anytime, anywhere. So it's Addison Reed who comes into the ball game, and he's got a 1-run lead to protect. And he's going to go right through the middle of the order. There you look at some pretty impressive numbers. 22 for 25 in save situations. The all-time rookie record is already his as far as saves is concerned. And he's got, about 5.5 weeks to add to that.
Those 22 saves lead all Major League rookies. And the 6th highest total by a rookie since 2008. But here we go. He's got his work cut out for him. Swisher, Cano, and Teixeira. Oh, look at the pick by Biggin. Wow.
Well, he was playing right on the line. There was no way he was going to let Swisher hit a double between him and the bag. But he's shown good hands at first base this entire year.
Been terrific down there.
Absolutely.
Swisher 0 for 3. And that's fouled back in the count 0-2. Madison picked up the save on Monday. Change up on the way. Tigers beat Toronto 3-2. And that's going to kick foul. Another change up. And Friday, September 7th at 7:10. Well, that's halfway to St. Patty's and Fireworks Night presented by Miller Lite. Also, the first 20,000 adults ages 21 and over will receive a green White Sox cap. Tickets call 866 Sox Game or visit whitesox.com. That's Friday, September 7th. He gone. Change up. Big out. AJ stayed right with him. 3 of them.
Well, if anybody knows how to get Nick Swisher out, it should be us. And AJ, knowing the pitch to get him, kept on staying with it, and they finally got him.
So here is the ultra dangerous Robinson Cano. 1 for 3 tonight. A bullet double high off that right center field fence. Oh, just a rocket on a change up right there by you. Glad he didn't get it up.
That ball's not a strike, and Cano crushes it. One hop rocket. You playing well off the line. Can't contend with that one.
So here is Teixeira. He's 1 for 3. He doubled in the left center in the second. 2-6-0 for us, 1-4-0 for them. As you can see, if you're just joining us, what a well-pitched ball game it was on both sides. Good sale for us. Phil Hughes for them. Two 2-0 the count.
Eric Chavez in the on-deck circle, so he'd come on to hit for Andrew Jones. Assuming Teixeira does not hit into a double play.
There's the strike. Matt Thornton starting to loosen up. We'll have Chavez and Granderson. Shera not pleased with that one in the count 2-2.
Shera thought it was up and away, borderline, and we got the break this time.
It certainly wasn't as bad as he reacted.
No.
He gone. Change up.
Good motion, good movement, good strikeout.
So here's Chavez at .295, 13 homers and 32 knocked in. Starts him off with a change. Misses down. Count evens at 1. 26,319, and most of them are on their feet. That's low. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, top of the ninth, 2-1 Sox. Will it be the gas or will he pull the string on it? There's a chopper right to the bag, and this ball game is over. So the Sox, for the first time in 21 years, Steve, since we first opened this ballpark, sweep the Yankees.
What a series it was. This was a very well played game. The determining factor, the long ball off the bat of Alex Rios, who hit the ball hard all night. The pitching was spectacular with Sale, Myers, and Reed. And at the end of the day, after that disaster in Kansas City, this resilient ball club could put it behind him, come out and take 3 straight from one of the best teams in baseball, the New York Yankees, and send them home having been swept.
All right. Addison picking up his 23rd save. And A.J. calling one heck of a ball game again. And we'll be back